Hello, everyone. This is a video from Mr. Andrew Hay. So I volunteered. I'm very happy to be a course ambassador for the Technology Leadership online course. So when I first enrolled in the course, the main reason for doing it was looking at AI and looking at the fast pace of AI and wondering how my school based in Austria could be compliant. However, what I didn't realize as much as maybe I could have is how directly applicable this course was for the day-to-day role. So first of all, we as a leadership team have to be very cognizant of our academic integrity policy, our device policy, other behavior policy as well, just to make sure that the technology aspect was integrated. So it was a really good pause and reflection moment. And it was super helpful for all of us. And what I think it's done is it helped the conversations because prior to these conversations, students have been using AI, and there has been obviously a lot of technology, but I feel this course has really honed in the great conversations and the bigger picture thinking, which I'll go through in a little bit. All right. In my kind of sort of day-to-day role, because I'm also a business management teacher and TOK teacher, I feel that this extra learning that I've completed has given me some really fascinating, interesting conversations. I mean, recently in TOK, with the AI and with the other technology resources, I mean, you have conversations about who actually owns the knowledge and how do we know the knowledge is correct and how do we know we are being manipulated, etc. So that's been great. And obviously, in a business sense, it's huge. All these big businesses have massively benefited from the use of technology and AI. So it just brings it the real world application, which I found very, very useful. In terms of takeaways, I think it applies to all my roles, but very much the first main fundamental role is obviously to do with being a DP coordinator in student learning. And I think the main takeaway is looking at, to what extent does AI help learning, but also to some extent, what can maybe it harm the learning process. So realistically, we need to have better conversations with teachers and others to say, look, if your assignment can be completed using ChatGPT or some other AI alone, then maybe you need to rethink the assignment itself. So at the school, we've started a traffic light system. We're dealing with a company called Ablana Learning. So we're looking to become compliant in a number of ways, but I think this is just a good takeaway, a good start point to get us thinking about what the assessments need to look at. And secondly, I think the real important thing is transparency. Because students, parents, the local community, teachers themselves, etc., we all need to be more aware of, the use of technology, how it helps, but also the other ramifications. So I think it's really important not just to impose rules, but to get as much collaboration and much perspective as possible. And then thirdly, what I really looked at is the fact that digital literacy. I mean, at our school, I think we do a reasonably good job of this, but I think it's just been even more transparent in terms of it's not just a bolt-on, it's not just an add-on to our pastoral program. It's in our TOK classes, in our English language classes, and business classes, visual art classes, so on and so forth. It's looking at how can we intentionally teach this topic of digital literacy and apply it to kind of the whole school. Obviously, I've got mostly a DP lens, but certainly in the MYP and perhaps the PYP, this is something that could be taught a lot more and could be integrated seamlessly. And in terms of an international educator, I think, particularly based where I am, a real big takeaway was the EU Act. So the fact that we need to be compliant by 2026, there's lots of information. I've got some information here. So it's making sure that we have a clear strategic framework and practical tools to enable that we're not only just being compliant, we're actually using the technology effectively and we're helping students ultimately become better learners, which, needless to say, has to be the mission of the IB. Okay, and finally, I want to be ambassador of the course because I do see a moral imperative, of improving student learning. I feel as an ambassador, I need to lead with courage and compassion, and I really want other people to experience what I've experienced. It gave me a huge confidence boost. It made me have really great conversations with both adults, parents, students, etc., teachers. And I just really urge you all to do something the same. All right, I want to really emphasize that we're not just in it, we're not in it together, we're not a silo, we're not just one school doing this. There's a team of schools. I encourage you to reach out with sister schools, brother schools, all the schools around you to make sure that we're all in it, we're all sharing best practice, we're making sure that we can be as effective as possible with digital learning. Okay, thank you for your time, everybody.